pessoal, simplesmente mais um vídeo. Hoje iremos reagir a Rap do Chopper, Flores de Cerejeira from Enigma. We are reacting to another Enigma song that is supposedly very emotional. According to Gids, he translated this for me and told me to prepare my heart. And the fact that I'm being warned this before I react to it, it makes me excited and a little scared because I am no stranger to crying. I love crying, and emotions are fun to feel. Everyone should cry every now and then. But let's get into it. It's One Piece, and I don't know much about One Piece, and I don't know much about Chopper, so this should be fun. Yep, and of course, spoilers. You've been warned. Well, this, according to this instrumental, this is going to be very upsetting.
Eu sou monstro, por eu nascer com nariz azul. As cenas me odiavam. Quando eu comi a fruta do humano, elas me exilaram. Mas eu também não parecia humano, e eles quase me mataram. Porque eu tive que nascer alguém tão abominável, sem ter pra onde ir ou pra onde estar. Senti aqui no mundo não teria lugar. Os humanos me odeiam porque não sou dia. Mas isso mudaria quando vi doutor humano me salvar.
Well, then we are starting off super strong with the emotions. Wow, that is unfortunate for Chopper. I feel like even without the One Piece significance of the song, I feel like so many people could relate to that feeling of exiled. You know, you don't fit in anywhere. You try to change yourself, but then you don't really fit in with the group you were trying to, assimilate yourself with. And you start hating people. But it takes just one person to kind of change your mentality. So I love how with songs, especially in the geek rap community, when it's especially emotional songs about characters, there are so many things that we can, as real people, can relate to. So, wow, that's that's tragic.
Quando vi doutor humano me salvar, e de mim cuidar e também me nomear. Meu nome é Tony Chopper. Mas o que é bom passar, viu que é feliz acabar. Quando depois de me curar, ele me mandou embora. Mas eu entendi que ele tinha tão pouco tempo de vida, que morreria em 10 dias. Mas sei o que a caveira significa. Nada é impossível, eu consigo. Então vou lutar da mesma forma que um pirata. Tão inocente, sem saber de nada. Eu só queria tantas vidas salvar. Tão inocente, não vi afinal que o remédio que eu achei era um veneno mortal. Envenená-lo nunca foi o que eu quis. Infelizmente essa é uma história sem final feliz. Mas sei que as pessoas não morrem quando perdem sua vida. Elas morrem quando são esquecidas.
Wow. Okay then. That is a story, and what another way to have another tragic aspect of your life. Wow. There's so much to talk about, obviously, right there. I love how the instrumental, it builds up near the end, talking about how people only die when they're forgotten. And I feel like the instrumental plays such a key role in that part because this is a emotional song. This is a really sad song. But I feel like with the instrumental and kind of what Enigma's talking about, especially with not being forgotten, it's emotional, it's sad, but it's inspiring and uplifting in a kind of way, because if you are never forgotten even after you died, that means you have done something incredible. The fact that people are remembering you, especially if you've helped them, even after you pass, that means you've done much more in your life than you've ever believed. And once again, that's something a lot of people can relate to. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of us have had someone close to us pass away, and we can never really forget them. And I feel like that is a testament to what that person has done for us. And one thing that I also found super tragic was trying to help someone and you end up messing up. Chopper didn't mean to poison him, he just wanted to help. And once again, how many of us have done that? How many of us try to help someone and end up making the situation worse? But I think the best people, or at least the people who know you the most, they understand that you're only trying to help. And if that man only had so many days left, this was going to happen regardless. So at least the man saw Chopper trying to do something to help. So, wow, emotions after emotions after emotions. Okay.
Elas morrem quando são esquecidas. Enigma, One Piece, Quero ser um médico que possa salvar qualquer vida. Com a doutora Cureha eu aprendi medicina. Muito além do impossível ou daquilo que pensar. Sei que um dia eu vou poder curar toda a doença. É o retorno de um homem que pleno leito de morte riu de quem pra mim era um pá. Não ria dessa bandeira, ela é convicção, por isso que ela não cai. Não será destruída, menos esquecida. E pra defendê-la, Luffy arriscou sua vida. Então também vou arriscar a minha. Mesmo sendo um monstro, eu vou lutar. Vou mostrar com grande a minha vontade. Meu inimigo eu vou analisar. Contra toda impossibilidade. Existe algum lugar pra mim? Pra mim existe uma razão. Mas será que alguém teria cura pro meu coração? Eu não posso ser companheiro de um humano. Eu sou um monstro. Mas ele não se importou e disse vamos. Nunca foi uma fantasia. Sua pesquisa estava inteira. A cura para esse país são as flores de cerejeira.
Wow. And I apologize that I'm not pausing a lot. I know, I mean, maybe if you like kind of me listening to the entire thing and then talking, maybe you like that. And that's not usually how I do my reaction videos. But I feel like with this specific song, there is no appropriate place for me to pause to, because there is so much good stuff happening all at once, and there's no time for me to pause to talk about it. And I feel like for me, I just want to let it play the entire thing, because there's just so much good things to talk about, and I feel guilty if I pause in the middle. It's only for this video. I'm gonna pause Enigma a lot in my future videos, but like this one is different. But talking about the actual song, I love a lot of things. I love talking about how Chopper was inspired to become a doctor because of the one who saved him. And yeah, that's true. A lot of people become doctors, firefighters, anyone like who saves other people because they themselves have been saved. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us have had some sort of figure in that with our lives. Like maybe it was a teacher, maybe it was someone in your community who inspired you to go down a career path that you never thought of. And my favorite part though was when Chopper talks about how he can't be a human companion. He's just a monster. And Luffy said, "No, let's go." I love that attitude because Luffy doesn't care about who you are, where you come from, or anything like that. He truly just cares about whether or not you just want to help, whether or not you're going to stay loyal to him and stuff like that. And I love that mentality. And I feel like that's something I try to do in my own life. And I feel like that's what we should all do in our lives. We should all be like Luffy, you know, talk about how we should accept everyone, no matter where they come from. Man, the show is good. I should probably watch the show. So many good things here. The instrumental is amazing too. This is powerful instrumental and it's incredible.
Pro meu coração, não posso ser companheiro de humano. Eu sou monstro, mas ele não se importou e disse vamos. Nunca foi uma fantasia, sua pesquisa estava inteira. A cura para esse país são as flores de cerejeira. Flores de cerejeira. Flores de cerejeira. Flores de cerejeira.
Wow. That was a powerful way to end it. Cherry blossoms, that's a very interesting symbol. Because when I was told the title of this, I was very interested because I don't know the significance of cherry blossoms, especially in One Piece. But to me, cherry blossoms are the sign of something new, something fresh. It's the beginning of spring. You know, in Japan, winter comes and then school starts when the cherry blossoms are out. And I feel like that's what the cherry blossoms are in this. It's the start of something something better, something greater, start something new. And, you know, Chopper has been through the worst. Is during the winter, you know. He was abandoned, he was exiled. He fought during the winter, but then the cherry blossoms come out and he's with Luffy and the rest of the Straw Pirates and his new life has begun. So, unless there's something actually symbolic in the One Piece universe that I don't know about, that's what the cherry blossoms mean to me. And I feel like I think it's a good lesson to take away. No matter how bad things are, you should always, you know, be ready for when something good happens. So if you're having a bad time right now, know that it gets better. Trust me, it gets better. And we can end it off on that. Thank you so much for watching. Obrigado por assistir. Sempre ordinary. Howdy.